Hi, and welcome to this sunset flow. Let's meet in an all-fours position. Our spine is long, and then we gently arch our spine, look forward. Then we sit our hips back to the feet. We round our spine and come back forwards. Again, arch your spine, look forward. Bring your hips back. Round your spine as much as you can and move your hips forwards over your knees again. Inhale and exhale at your own pace. We do 2 more. Really shine your breastbone forwards. Sit your hips back one last time. Round your spine as much as you can. And then we come back forwards and come into a neutral position. Inhale, bring your left knee in. Exhale, extend it to the back. Inhale, bring it down. Exhale, lift. Bend your knee, bring it in. Extend to the back. Bring it down and lift it up. Keep that going. So exhale, extend. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, pull your knee in. While you do this exercise, think of your core. So you want to keep your spine neutral by pulling your belly button up and in, keeping your ribcage closed. The core and your whole upper body is completely stable. The only thing that's moving is your left leg. Focus on extending and lengthening that left leg. And then flex your foot, set your left toes down, and then we start to shift our body back and forwards. Keep that going. Just a beautiful stretch for the back of your left leg here. Deep breaths. One more time. Then come back to the middle, reach your right arm up and exhale, thread your arm underneath the left arm. Inhale, reach back up, open your chest, look upwards. And exhale, thread your arm under, reach it through. Keep your hips as stable as possible. And lengthen your right arm long. And then we circle our arm back to the hips and we set our right hand and our left knee back down. Let's move on to the other side. Reach your right leg back, tap it down, lift and bring the knee back in. Exhale, extend, inhale, lower, exhale, lift. Inhale, bring your knee in. Engage your core, lift up your rib cage. Stay really centered and try to not open up your right hip here. Let's keep aiming for length instead of height. Keep your neck in line with your spine and keep your spine really long. You can have a slight bend in your elbows. Can you maybe lengthen your right leg long a little bit more? Feel your tummy zipping up and in. Just a couple more. Let's do one more. And then flex your foot, set your right toes down, and we start to shift our weight forwards and backwards again. Feel this beautiful stretch and lengthening down the back of your right leg. Keep your spine neutral and long. Deep breaths. And then come back to the middle. Reach your left arm up to the sky and exhale, thread your arm underneath the right arm. Inhale, come back up, open your chest. And exhale, thread under again. Enjoy this beautiful rotation through your spine and your upper body. And also feel the strength in your right arm and your shoulder. Keep your hips stable, so think of your core again. We always keep our core engaged. And then we circle our left arm down and back and set our left hand down. Now we step our left foot. Back to meet the right foot. We press our hips up into a downward dog, and then we start to walk our hands back to our feet. Lean over your bent legs, then sit your bum down to your heels, lift your heels, and then extend your legs and bend your legs. So when you bend your legs, your heels lift, and when you extend, try to bring the heels down. You don't have to extend your legs all the way. You can have a slight bend in your knees. Inhale, sit your bum down. Exhale, lengthen your legs. This should feel really nice. Bend your knees, sit your bum down, and then try to bring your heels down and sit your bum down to the floor. Let's move to the front of our mat. Breathe in. Reach your arms forwards. Exhale, tuck your hips under, round your spine, and slowly, bone by bone, come down to lie on your back. Bring your arms down, step your feet in a little bit closer, and then bring the feet mat width apart. Toes are pointing outwards. Breathe in. Exhale, tuck your hips under, and then bone by bone roll up into your glute bridge. Then bring your knees together. Slowly roll back down, and then open your knees again and keep going. Exhale, roll up your spine bone by bone. Inhale, bring the knees together. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, open up your knees. Keep going. Keep your breastbone low, your ribcage closed, your core engaged. And then feel your knees pushing away from you while your heels are pulling towards you. Slow and controlled. Keep your neck and your shoulders relaxed. And while you lift your hips up, the tips of your shoulder blades should always stay in contact with the mat. And with your last one, really feel every single bone of your spine rippling up and down. Roll your hips back down and then slowly walk your feet back into parallel, hip distance apart. Then breathe in. With your next exhale, roll up into your shoulder bridge and hold. Now we start to dip our left hip down, lift back up, dip your right hip down, lift back up. Keep that going. So you basically shift your weight from one heel to the other, and you let one hip drop and keep the other one lifted. Breathe in, dip the hip down, exhale, lift back up. Feel your knees pushing away from you and your heels pulling towards you. And we keep our breastbone low, our ribcage closed, and the core engaged. Just a couple more. And then slowly, bone by bone, roll your hips back down. Now lift your left leg into tabletop and we go for some gentle circles with the leg. We start circling to the outside, so shift your knee away from you, draw a circle, bring the knee in, and then shift it away from you again. Deep breaths. And then we reverse, other direction. Keep your hips stable and your core really engaged here. We don't want to use our arms for balance, we use our core strength. One more. And then grab your thigh with your hands and we start to circle our ankle. Big circles into one direction. And after a couple of repetitions, you can reverse the circle. Take deep breaths in and out. And then with your next exhale, extend your leg. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend up to the sky. Inhale, bend. Keep going. Feel the length running down the back of your knee. Can you lengthen your leg a little more? And then step your foot back down and we go straight onto the other side. So we start with those big hip circles, bringing the knee away from us, circling to the side. Bring your knee in and keep going. This is a beautiful mobilization for our hip. So really focus on keeping those hips stable. Engage your core. Rib cage is closed, so your ribs are really heavy here. And then we reverse the circles. So we bring the knee in, we circle to the outside, bring the knee back in. Just one more. And then grab your thigh with your hands and we start to circle our ankles again. Big circles. And then we reverse. Deep breath in and out. And then with your next exhale, extend your leg up to the sky. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Again, feel the length running down the back of your leg. And try to reach the sky with your toes. Okay. Just two more. And then gently set your foot back down. Bring your hands onto your belly. And then bring the soles of your feet together and the knees wide apart to open up those hips. And if this feels comfortable, you can stay in this position, or you can lengthen out your legs if you want. And we start to take deep breaths in and out. Deep belly breaths. Feel your belly expanding and then sinking back down on your exhale. Feel that you're sinking deeper and deeper into the mat. See how you feel after a couple minutes of movement and mobilization. Has something shifted for you physically or mentally? And with this feeling, we take one last deep breath in. And then exhale, let everything go. Then slowly bring your knees together. And then shift onto one side and slowly and gently come up into a cross-legged position. We take one last deep breath in, circle the arms up to the sky, bring the palms together, exhale, bring your hands and your gaze down. Thank you so much for joining me for this evening flow. I hope you enjoyed it and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.